How's it going, bros? It's your boy StevieRay coming to you live. Today I got kind of bored. Long day at work, little cigar style. Wanted to bring a project to y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all how to make a birdhouse. Okay, so it's a good idea, especially if you're trying to like surprise your significant other. Nobody really thinks about this kind of stuff. What I'm gonna show you is gonna be really simple. So I hope y'all like it. Okay, so some of y'all know that me and my wife have been working on this fence, and we got a bunch of pickets left over. So we had actually had some. I did another project earlier last week, and we got some scraps like this. So you could use this to make a birdhouse. It's treated wood. I don't know how good that is for birds, but if not, it's just good for show. So we're gonna be using these, and I'll show y'all. So what I did is I got this, and I basically measured from the top, because this is gonna be the roof, from the top 7 inches. Okay, and I already kind of pre-cut mine already. So you got this one, like this is gonna be the back. You see, I got the front, and then I got the sides. So for example, this is the front, and the side is going to be standing. So I'm not really good with 2 hands, but basically it's going to kind of look like that. And I measured it for the sides. You want to measure up to the length where it folds here down. Okay, so which was like 1 inch from the top. So if you put them up side by side, you see you got that gap. That's going to be the roof. What's going to happen is the roof is going to fold over this, so it's going to look really nice. Also, I had some of this. This was a 2x4 that we had for some of the sidings on the fence. I'm just going to cut it into little sections, kind of like this. This piece is what came off, so I cut this. What we're going to do is we're going to basically nail it onto the back here, give it a little bit of room. That way you could fit. So that way it gives something to anchor the whole frame into. So you nail it through the front, and then that's gonna come alongside, and you got something else to nail it onto. Look at that. All right, cool. So check it out. So I cut these little pieces, and what you're gonna want to do, to be honest, is make sure that they're as like square as you can be, or at least flush the flat sides to what you're gonna go ahead and put it on. So for example, I'll turn it around. For example, like for the siding, put the flat side with the flat side. Don't put this twisted part. Just because it'll throw all the measurements off, okay? So I'll assemble a piece right now for y'all. So basically like this. And in the front, the nails came out a little bit. But if you have a sander, you could just kind of like sand them down. But yeah, we're going to do this to each side. You see how I drew a line? So that way when you put the side on, it'll fit. See? Kind of like, and it'll be flush. Oh, flush. Yeah, so check it out. See, like these that came out. All you got to do, probably want to do this with 2 hands, but oh, you see the sparks on that one? 4th of July, baby. All right, cool. So I got them both. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get my sides, and I'm gonna nail them into each side like this. Do it on one side. That way you have a base so you can do the other side, you know what I mean? Otherwise it'll be all flimsy when you're trying to nail it. If you have a vise, this is perfect because you can just vise it in there and then nail it. So just to kind of make it easier. All right, cool, so check it out. So I already kind of nailed it in. Oh, look, it looks a little wonky, right? But look, hear me out. Once you put it like this, see, it's kind of off. And it's gonna be off until you put the base. But basically, this, look. See? So now I got a perfectly little bird home. All we got to do now is go ahead and nail the sides onto this on each side, and then we'll go ahead and measure the inside from the bottom, and then we'll make a base. All right, cool. So check it out. So this is basically how it is. I nailed it in on the sides on that first part like I showed y'all, but honestly, once you flush it in, you could actually nail it from the outside. Obviously, you want to make sure everything's flush on the bottom because you want it to fit flat. You don't want, like, I guess you want to keep it as like airtight as you can. And you see like it's separating right here. Well, if you push it in, it closes. So once you actually get that, and look, I messed up there, but just pull it in and you can get it together. So go ahead and run a nail, because this is the thin side. Nail it from this side in, at least one on every single top. And then, so 4. All right, cool. So I basically nailed it on every single side that I could. Now flip it upside down. We're gonna do the base. Once we do the base, we'll drill a hole in the front, for the bird, and then we'll make the roof, okay? So yeah, flip it upside down, we're gonna get some measurement. And honestly, guys, I'm not really using like hardcore tools. Like I'm literally using, I got a square, a pen, what's it called, a measuring tape, a hammer, and I don't have a skill saw. It'd be easier with a skill saw, but your boy got, you know, I stay strapped with that tool. And look, this is all I'm doing. I'm using my vise, putting the wood up against it, and then just sawing down. And instead of measuring, I'm lazy. I just kind of put it up against there and I made lines. All right, cool. So I cut it a little short, but basically that's gonna be it. And we could always take it to this bad boy here and make it all even, but it's okay. This is made from love. This is made from the heart. Oh yeah, go ahead and bam, 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 bam. All right, cool. So I already nailed that bad boy in. Boom, there it is. And I just nailed it one on each corner. Doesn't have to be perfect. And look, like I said, honestly, if you want to be super perfect, you can, you know, get exact measurements, maybe measure it a little bigger, but that's cool with me. So now what you want to do is take your square, find the middle, make a dot, and then put it the other way, and then make a line so you can find your center circle. That way that looks at least kind of perfect. So that's where I'm going to hit that center, and I'm going to try to make it as big as I can. Honestly, guys, I just have a drill bit, like the biggest one. I'll just like work my way around. All right, cool. So my hole's kind of wonky. I used a Christmas tree bit to just kind of go in and out and make my circle. It looks like a square. I'm gonna try to make it as circly as I can, and if not, I'm gonna file it. Okay. All right, cool. So I tried to make it as, it looks pretty good. You wanna make sure you can at least fit 3 fingers in there. That way a bird can fit. Any bigger, you're gonna get like squirrels and other stuff that you don't want. All right, so now we're gonna work on the roof. It's got a tilt here, so we're gonna have to cut. We're gonna want some to hang, but basically you want more than whatever this is. This looks like an inch, so maybe like 2 or 3 inches, so it hangs off. And then you're gonna measure from outside to outside, and then maybe give it a little bit more so you can center it, and it has like a little hang, like a roof. All right, cool. So look, I got the top on. Now I'm gonna make a lip on the side, and I gotta make it at a 90-degree angle. No, 45-degree angle, so it'll fit flush with this. That way it looks seamless. All right, look, I cut the piece that I need, but I'm gonna show y'all something. So I'm gonna cut it in the middle, so it's one side for each roof, right? Well, eventually, because you're gonna need that angle, so if you cut it at an angle perfectly, like in the middle, then you have one side for one side, and then you have the other side for the other side. That way it's faster, you don't have to keep cutting. You'll see what I mean right now. All right, cool, so this is what I'm talking about. I cut it at an angle. That way, whenever you put it on the roof, it'll fit, you know, flush. At least kinda, you know. But like this one, it's not too flush, so I'm gonna take it to that, make it flusher, and then we'll nail it all together, and we should be done. Woo! All right, fam, we did it. Check it out. Okay, it looks chops, I know. But hey, that's a damn birdhouse. Now we're gonna put a little stand here, so birds can stand. I'm gonna clean this up, and you can fill this in with wood glue if you'd like, to make it more secure. I got wood glue around here somewhere. I might do that. And a hint, if you mix wood glue with shavings, it makes it like woody glue. So, all right, cool. So look, what you want to do is get a little bit of wood glue, and then you're gonna mix it with some sawdust, half and half. I don't know, 50-50 ratio. And then we're gonna go ahead and fill it in these holes, and then we'll paint it. All right, cool. So look, I filled it in, and it looks flush, dude. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Just gonna clean this up. We should probably let this sit overnight, but I'm gonna paint it anyways. Also, to make the little stand, like the little thing, I got one of these. I just cut a little piece out. I'm gonna round it out to a circle, and then I'm gonna put it right there. I'm probably gonna put like a screw through it, so that way it'll turn in there, and it'll get stuck. All right, so just to show y'all, I ran a screw through this, like I made a dowel and I ran a screw through it, and then I just trimmed it off, and then I kind of reamed a hole, and you could just twist it on there. Look at that. All right, so now we're gonna paint it. So I had some wood stain, but this comes out really dark. So you're not supposed to do this, but I'm gonna mix it with some water to like thin it out, and then I'm just gonna like slather a coat, and then we should be done. And then we'll put a little ring on top so you can hang it. I'll show you right now. So I got this eye loop something. We're gonna put it in the middle, and then that'll hold it up. And you don't want to put it too far, because then the birds are gonna hurt themselves if they hit it the top you poke. If they hit the pointy part. Also, I realized maybe some of y'all don't know how to stain. You shouldn't add water whenever you stain, to be honest. But I did it just so that way it could like thin it out. But when you stain, you put a layer of paint stain on, and then you get a rag and you dab it off. The longer you leave it on there, the more the wood soaks it up and the darker it is. If you want it to be lighter, you take it off quicker and you put less. If you want it to be darker, you leave it on there and you put more before you wipe it down. All right, broski, so that's it. I'm done. Check it out. The house is finished. Boom. Damn. I'm gonna let it sit for a while. It looks good. It came out pretty nice. So hopefully this will be a home for a couple little birdies. It'll be nice. Hope y'all liked today's episode. This is your boy StevieRay signing out on another StevieRay Adventures, baby. What?